Esto sería en directo. No me escuchabas en directo, ¿verdad? Pues ya está.
Track 3, yo, track 1. Good morning, everybody. It is final day of the women for the GWA Wingfoil World Cup here in Dakhla, presented to you by Armstrong Foils. They are ready. There's only 2 heats. We had the mini-final and the final. Yesterday, we already crowned our new world champion on the women's side, Muna White. Also the world champion on the men's side, Wesley Brito, and Kasper Zoller from Maui taking the event win. Time for the girls to get out there on the water as it is ready to go. Let's see who is going to be the queen of the desert.
And good morning, everybody. There you can see the beautiful view we have here of the Westpoint Hotel here for the GWA Wingfoil World Cup Dakhla, powered by Armstrong Foils. I'm Josie Ashler. Welcome to the desert as we have had 3 absolute killer days of action, and now we're going to be starting off with day number 4. We are going to be going on the water as we have the mini-final of the women and the grand final of the women. But before we go into the action, we are going to have a look at our new world champion, Wesley Brito from Cape Verde, and the event winner, Kasper Zoller from Maui.
Man, there's a lot of things going through my head now. I just got out of my heat, and to be honest, I still don't feel it that I want it. That I'm gonna come to a point I know it's gonna hit me, but this is the best thing that ever happened for me on wingfoiling. So I'm really feeling really great, and really gonna still push and go for the next ones, and for sure go celebrate this one.
So the next
The final wave stop here in Dakhla has been amazing. The waves are great. We've had wind all throughout the days that we've been competing, so can't ask for much more. The waves have been picking up throughout each day, and I couldn't be more happy. I've done 3 stops so far. I was in New Zealand for a freestyle comp and a little bit of racing, and then my next one was in Rio, which Malo actually beat me there. But I'm happy to do this wave event and take the win, even though it was by 0.2. A little too close for comfort, but we're gonna take it anyways and move on and focus on the next event. You know, there's always pressure, but for me, I kind of went into it with an open mindset and really tried to have fun. In my last heat, especially the final, I was just happy to be out there and wanted to make it feel like I was back home doing a training sesh or with some of my friends. And, you know, that's kind of what I did. I was singing some tunes, you know, maybe a little bit of Katy Perry, some Dua Lipa, but, you know, I was just having fun. And it's always a great time sharing a heat with Malo, especially him being such a good rider. He's pushing the sport and he pushes me to be better. So I know we were trading on and off throughout that heat. I hope we put on a show for you guys. And yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, so cool to hear the vibes there from our new world champion, Wesley Brito, and Kasper Zoller putting on one hell of a show for us out there yesterday. We've seen some new moves, some new styles, and everybody coming in from all different aspects. This is the beauty of wingfoiling. We have windsurfers, kiters, surfers, prone surfers, foiler, you name it, all there in one big cocktail. We are just seeing the iceberg of what this new sport has and the possibilities that we are seeing out here. Coming over to Dakhla, really nice right hand appealing all the way down the Westpoint, and we've seen the guys riding nice long powerful carving turns. We've seen aerial maneuvers and then a mix of the two with kind of like windsurfing style. How far is they going to push it? Only, you know, we have our athletes pushing the limits, and we will see. I reckon they're going to be taking it sky high. Now today, day number 4, we are getting ready as we are going to be going into the mini final of the women. But before we do it, let's go down to the beach with our tour Manager Tom Hartman to tell us what the plan is today.
Today it's the final day of the Wingfoil World Cup here in Morocco. We're just missing out on 2 heats. These are the final women's heats. We've decided our world champions, world champion men, and the podium of the Dakhla World Cup yesterday. Today, everything is on the girls final. The world champion of the women was decided in the semifinals already yesterday, so that tension has been taken away. Conditions are actually pretty solid this morning. We haven't seen this good waves all the last days at this time already. It's still a bit cloudy, which means it blocks the wind slightly, but it's filling in, and we are confident to start very soon, getting the 2 final heats underway and find out who is going to be the champion of the desert 2023.
And there it is. We are definitely starting soon as the red flag is in the sky. First up in the water, we are going to have Orhan Seris going up against Nia Swadia. This is the battle for 3rd and 4th position. Nia was one of the world title contenders, but in the end it was Muna White who took that. We will be catching up with her afterwards, but now we have a heat out there on the water as we get ready to go. This is day number 4, GWA Wingfoil World Cup Dakhla, powered by Armstrong Foils. All right, so yellow flag in the sky. Out there in the blue lycra with the duotone wing, that is Nia Swadia. There we can see in the red, that is Bowen van der Linden. And just there on the bottom was Muna White, as they will be coming up next for the grand finale. But it's going to be in between Nia Swadia, the duotone athlete, and Orhan Seris with the yellow and the blue. All right, so there we can see Orhan Seris just making her way out. Wind is looking pretty good. It's actually the strongest we've seen throughout the whole competition so far at this time in the morning. Bowen van der Linden on the bottom of our screen, just getting a little bit loose as she is going to be coming up for the grand final. And we are on a green flag in the sky, 25 minutes of action. If you are just joining us, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are tuning in from. I'm Josie Ashton, and I'll be your commentator here on the stream for the rest of this competition. Let's not forget, this is a double-headed event. We have the GWA Wingfoil World Cup here in Dakhla, and then also we have the GKA Kitesurf World Cup. Our kiters are going to be coming out later this afternoon, probably around 12 to 12:30, so make sure to tune in to the Qatar Airways GK Kite World Tour channel, and we will have all of the action of the kite surfers down here. They are hungry. They've been watching the conditions for the past 3 days, and their teeth are getting longer and longer. They want to take a bite. They want to take a chunk, and now going to be firing off that first bullet, dropping in from Spain, Nia Swadia. Already the waves have got some good size to him. Looks like Nia's out there on a 4.5 if I'm not mistaken. Going backside down the line. Here we have nice little roundhouse back to the power section of the wave, as this is where it flattens out. She's just about to hit that second sandbank where the wave jacks up again. There you go. Good carvy, flowy turns here from the Spaniard. And now coming just about in front of us here, and just getting caught up on the foil. Wave number 1 there for Nia. Let's have a look at what the benchmark, where she's going to be setting that bar here for the mini final of the event. Here we can see the replay of that last wave. Nice and easy. Obviously first wave of the day, first wave of the morning. You want to kind of just, ease yourself into it, get a couple of scores. Each athlete has 10 wave attempts. Top 2 waves are the ones that count based on a 10-point average. Judges are looking for execution. They're looking for flow, connecting all of the 3 sections and just showing 100% pure surfing. This is a pure wave event, meaning that only the surfing will be counted. We can see the aerial maneuvers, but when the athletes are in the air, they are only allowed to be holding the neutral handles and not the power handles. And here we have 2 of the top women of the tour battling it out to see who is going to be in 3rd and 4th position. All right, so a 6.63 for that wave from Nia Swadiath. Here we can see the replay of that wave here from Oranceris. Pumping hard, as it does look like on that inside section it is a little bit light. Having a look at it, but then getting caught up and deciding against it there, unfortunately. So Oranceris at the moment, one wave each, but it is Nia who is going to be in the lead. All right, here we can see Nia out of the back of the point. She's in position, but going to be going back. Wave selection has always been key throughout the day. And if you want to get those high scores, if you want to get that scoring potential, you really need to be taking off on some of the set waves. They are far and few between. That's why we have 25-minute heats. Mini final of the women on the water. All right, so both the athletes all the way up the point. As you can see those rocks there right next to the Westpoint Hotel. It is pretty much just gone past high tide. High tide was at 9:50 in the morning. Low is at 4:20. So we are at full high tide now. So it's going to be on the push down and then hopefully past. We've been seeing some of the bigger waves on the medium to high tide. So it looks like we're going to have to be waiting for the afternoon to see the best waves. After the wingfoiling, we're going to be continuing on and moving over to the Qatar Airways GK Kite World Tour, as we will be going with our kite surfing discipline here for the GK Kite Surf World Cup in Dakhla. So make sure to tune in and change over to the GK channel, as we are going to be having some kite surfing action. They're hungry, they want it. They've been watching the wingfoilers for the last few days, and now they want to take their piece and take their part out here of the Dakhla wave. Alright, so Aran there unfortunately going down. Nia, we've already had a set where we saw a 6.63 there from Nia, and they're just waiting out the back to see if they can land something else. 2 heats, and that will be it here for the GWA Wingfoil World Cup. Dakhla, powered by Armstrong Foils. We've crowned world champions Muna White and Wesley Brito, and on the men's side the event winner Kasper Zoller. And now waiting to see who is going to be the women event women. Nia Swadiath looks like she's taking off on a little bump. Is it going to turn into a wave? Yes, it is. Here we go. Nia Swadiath dropping in. All right, pushing down the line. A little bit of an A-frame here. Doing some nice carving. You have a little roundhouse. She gets down to that second part. And really flowing, open-shouldered. Good surfing here from the young Spanish athlete. Let's not forget, Nia is already a world champion this year herself. And looking to get on the podium here for this event, as that is going to be finishing up. So a nice ride there one more time there for Nia Swadiath. So let's see the replay of that last wave all the way in from the back. Alright, so over that wave, this one that you have on your screens, I can tell you that she has been scored with a 7.07. So Nia Swadiath already at a 13.70. Dropping down the hammer nice and early here in Dakhla. Right, just coming up on 15 minutes already. It is Swadiath, 13.70. Let's not forget Nia was coming into this competition in first place overall on the World Championship, but Muna overtaken her there in that semi-final, meaning that she has taken out, and Muna White is the new Wave GWA Wingfoiling World Champion. Then on the surf freestyle side, Nia Swadiath on top of the world. She has absolutely been rolling from the beginning, and that is why she is numero uno. So a very complete rider. Pretty much every single discipline, Nia is at the top, and also on the free fly slalom, also number one. So only been edged out on the wave side here by Muna White. This young Spanish athlete is ruling the wingfoiling world, and she has a very, very bright future here, the young duotone athlete. Alright, here we can see her going up and down. Just nice, flowy, easy style. Just back and forth. Just making sure that she links those turns. Not a lot of wind for her to be able to get any of the jumps. You can see she's out there on the Sky Style SLS, the new board there from Duotone. And if I'm not mistaken, I reckon she's probably going to be on the 4-5. Talking to most of the athletes, they're rocking in between 500 front wings to 700s, most of the men. On the lower side for the women, and then we've been seeing everything from in between 30 to 40 up to 60 liters boards. Obviously some of the bigger boys like to have a little bit liters underneath their feet. We were talking here to James Jenkins yesterday. He prefers a smaller board to be a little bit more maneuverable. You do compensate because this wave is quite flat, so there are a couple of flat sections, so you have to be careful not to be on too smaller foil or too smaller board. Because if you do so, you have to run in and have speed to be able to make it through those lulls and those flat sections of the waves. But hey, the best of the best on the water. They know their gear. They got a full quiver of toys. And right now, mini final of the women, it is Nia Swadiath, the duotone athlete, is your number one lead in this heat. And there we can see Olan Seriz, the free wing athlete in the starboards, just having some jumps. Very talented surf freestyler. She was actually the one, I would say, that started to instigate and started to push the women athletes on the surf freestyle when she came to Gran Canaria and started racking out backflips like no tomorrow. It was really cool to see. Oran, really one of the most talented surf freestylers we have. And let's not forget, she is third in the world. She got fifth in Lucat, She was second in Gran Canaria, and that's where it really started. We saw a change in her, getting third position in Fuerte and also third position in Denmark. So always on the top side of the podium, and we are waiting to see when she gets that #1 spot, as I'm sure that is going to be happening very soon. All right, Oran looks like she's looking set, so definitely taking a little bit of time here. Not really coming towards us here in this heat. There's quite a bit of a lull. The idea is to finish off with the wingfoiling, as we only have 2 heats, as we can see them out there on the water, and then we'll be moving over to the kite surf discipline, this double-header event in the world-renowned location that is Dakhla. It is so good to be back. We've been doing events here for more than a decade. Once again, thank you, Driss, and thank you, Lila, for making this happen. And it is so cool to be there to have good conditions coming our way. All right, well, I tell you what, it looks like maybe, let's just wait a minute, 'cause it looks like we might have a couple waves coming our way. I can see Oran Sedis. She is starting to jump, not too happy about what is happening out there, as it is very flat, and you can see just getting caught up and not being able to get down. Starting to get nervous. She is not a happy Vegemite. And unfortunately dropping out there. Let's see if Nia is going to drop in on a wave, as it does look like she's coming towards us. Is she going to be able to get some action? No, she's going to decide against that. So while we're waiting for the athletes to get back into the position, let's have a look at the Dakhla hospitality groups here in Morocco. And welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, you are here with the GWA Wingfoil World Cup in Dakhla, powered by Armstrong Foils. Mini final of the women in the water. So far it is Nia Suarez from Spain there on your screen. Our current leader with a 13.70. Nia is out there on a 4.5 duotone D-Lab. She has the Alula, you can see that new revolutionized material that is going across for quite a few of the brands. We can see it on RRD, on Ocean Rodale. And also there's one of the things that a lot of the brands are doing are investing in R&D in technology and construction. You can see brands like North, that they have the N-Weave. You can see the Hotkeeper on some of the wings there from Freewing. I'm really looking for different materials that can give them different flex patterns, different weights, different strength, different stability to make their wings lighter, stronger, faster, and pretty much be able to autopilot and do all the moves by themselves. So if any of you guys and girls back at home have any questions on equipment, riders, maneuvers, details, stats, here's your opportunity. Throw them out there on the stream. We will try and answer them or get athletes in with us so you can have a conversation with them and ask them all the ins and the outs of the wingfoiling world. Currently in this heat we have Nia Swadiath, and there you can see with the red, Oran said he's from France. All right, just coming on to 6 minutes. A big lull. We saw Nia get 2 waves quite early on. And now the ocean is just saying, nope, you girls are going to be waiting. So see if we have some more action in this heat. Each athlete has only been able to take off on 2. Let's have a look at the stats here. Yeah, so 3 waves for Nia. She got a 5.57 for that last one. And 2 attempts there for Oran. Still yet to score a good wave. But we know that it ain't over until the buzzer. We saw it yesterday with Wesley Brito. Final minute, final wave. That gave him that World Championship title. And he had one of the biggest smiles I've seen. The Black Mamba. Very, very, very tight in between him and Noé Kuyala. Noé absolutely ripping the young athlete from Corsica, the F1 rider. Great to see how this youngster has come up through the ranks, and he is taking absolutely no prisoners. All right, here we can see Nia. Looks like she's jumping in on another wave. This would be her wave number 4. She has already got a 6.63 and a 7.07, and then that last wave was a 5.57. Let's not forget the top 2 waves are the ones that count. And this one's look like it's opening up quite nicely. Just right now we are at full high tide, as high tide was at 10 o'clock in the morning. So just an hour past that, and you can see there was a lot of water on the reef. 360 on the wave, she gets it. Air maneuver, and she is definitely going to be happy with that one. Managing to land that on the wave. That's one of the best moves we've seen from the women wingfoil surfers out there so far. And this is definitely going to be a very good score here for Nia. Not quite being able to get in a groove after the maneuver. But yeah, really good to see her mixing it up. 3.5 minutes left on the ticker. And now she's at that bottom position. All right, so here we can see the replay of that last wave there from Nia. Carving all the way from the top. You can see that top section. Taking her time to go down. But now this is where the wave starts to form a bit, and she can start to do a few little cutback turns. Just nice and easy, open shoulder. Nice and calm, nice and collected. Smooth operator out there on the water, Nia, as she wants to be on that 3rd place of the podium. And that was the move, that 360. And she has a 9.0 Nia for that last wave. So totaling out at a 16.07. That is one of the best scores we've seen so far. And I'm going to say it is the best score we have seen in this combination. So Nia Swadiath here in the mini final, the best combination heat score. And it looks like Oran has decided to come out. 2 minutes to go in the heat. And there we can see Nia going over a couple of lumps out the back there. All right, so she's decided to turn in. Here we have her one more time. The leader of this heat, Nia Swadiath, deciding against it, as it does look like there's a set coming our way. Right, there we can see Oran, boyfriend Alan, giving her a kiss. Now all the world is better. That's it. Very cool couple, those two, Alan Farid, Oran Saris. And Oran just coming out as she knew she wouldn't be able to get back out there in time. So it is going to be Nia Swadiath in third position here at the GWA Wingfoil World Cup in Dakhla. And a victory lap here for her with probably one of the nicest sets we've seen so far. Grab rail turn there. And let's just enjoy the surfing here of the young Spanish athlete, as she is going to be the winner of the mini final and cruising all the way down the line as she's going to be making her way towards us here at the bottom of the competition area. Nia, nice wave. This one has opened up all the way along for her from the top of the point all the way down to the bottom. So great riding here from the young Spanish athlete. As we close it out, the final seconds. And coming up next, we are going to be moving our way into the grand final to see who's going to be the event winner. Will it be Bowen van der Linden from the Netherlands or the newly crowned world champion Muna White from Hawaii? We will soon find out, but first, let's go to the highlights of that heat. And welcome back, everybody, as we are getting ready to go into the grand final. But before we do, we're going to catch up and see the vibes that happened down here yesterday, as we have a new world champion of the GWA Wingfoiling World Cup here and your new Wave World Champion from Hawaii, Muna White.
I'm so stoked to get the world title. Yeah, I thought it was going to come down to the final, but the girls were just ripping this event. Like Bojan and Nia, they were getting super high scores, doing solid turns, and the airs too, which I didn't really quite get to do. Still learning that. So yeah, I was surprised to make it through in this heat and win the world title, but I'm super stoked. So this was my first time competing in wingfoiling this year, and my first title, obviously. So yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting this for the whole year. I came into the wingfoil event because I was already doing the kiting event, and so it's kind of my secondary sport, but it ended up turning out really well. A first, a second, and then now this. So yeah, really happy.
And the smile says it all, ladies and gentlemen. Your new Wave World Champion, Muna White. So now we have the grand finale, the big final in between Bojan van der Linden from the Netherlands and the new world champion, Muna White, as they are getting ready to go in and out there, as we are just going into sequence. 25 minutes. And they have 2 waves to get the top scores, 10 attempts to do so. And we are going to find out who is going to be our champion here in Dakhla. All right, so your top 2 riders of the competition out there. Muna White just dropping in, the new world champ. Let's see what she has for us here for the first wave of the heat. Bo has been putting on some absolute killers throughout the competition. She's definitely hungry for 2024. I had a little chat with her yesterday, and she was very happy with how her wave riding is going. But now here we can see Bojan van der Linden. She's had high 7s on most of her heats, and then Muna as well. So it's going to be very close in between these two, the top 2. Nice wave selection here from Muna. She has a very nice wave coming away, and we can see Bo out the back as well. Synchronized surfing, ladies and gentlemen. Both of these athletes starting this off strong. All right, Bo getting a little air there on the inside, on the shoulder. Muna kind of staying and doing a little bit more of the surfing next to the foam ball, as we have trying to get both of them in there as they've gone separate paths. So that's Muna out, and here we have Bojan van der Linden all the way along, cruising out to the shoulder, roundhouse, back to the power section. Nice little cut back there one more time. And now this is where the wave really starts to jump up, but deciding against it. So 2 good waves there for both of the athletes. Let's see how the scores are being portrayed. So both of them taking off on the set wave here. Muna getting a little bit of a longer ride. Bo did have that little pop air. Let's see how that's going to do on the scores. But Muna right in the pocket, just cruising down the line, fully using the power of the wave. And here, if I'm not mistaken, Bo also maybe a little bit less on the critical parts of the wave. Obviously just getting into it, both of these athletes, as this is the first wave of their heat. And let's see when scores come in. We will see who is in first position so far. Right, both of the girls all the way out in the back. It's about that top section. Waiting to see that second set to come through. Already have one. All right, a 7.5 there for Muna, 5.73 for Bo. So yeah, you can see a little bit more on the critical section of the wave there for the Hawaiian. Early days, early days. There's a little less than 20 minutes to go, as we are here for the GWA Wingfoiling World Cup in Dakhla, powered by Armstrong foils, and getting ready to rumble. This is the final heat of the women, where we will crown our event winner. Already event winner on the men's side, Kashmir Zola. Then we already have world champion of the men, Wesley Brito, and Muna White closing up that world championship, getting the title already in the semi-finals. Then we will be moving over to the kite surf with the GK Kite Surf World Cup here. And that will be starting around 12:30. So head over to the Qatar Airways GK Kite World Tour channel, as you will see the kite surfing action. The athletes are hungry. They've been waiting and watching the wingfoilers take all of the waves for the last 3 days. And now it is their time to shine. All right, Bo dropping in. Wave number 2 for her. She was averaging out in that last heat around the 7s. The last one didn't quite get it. But now this one's looking nice. It's opening up, but deciding against it, as it hasn't got that end section for her. Really, with the wave selections, they have to be taken off on the set waves. A grand final. Bo has improved so much on the waves, and she is really ripping out there this event. And now looking to go for that event win. Will she put a stop to the Hawaiian Muna White, who already has a world championships, and she wants to seal it off with an event win as well? She did it in Cape Verde, where she won the kite and the wingfoiling. Will she do it here in Dakhla? Very tough competitor out there from the Netherlands, who wants to put a stop to that rain. But we will see. So far, Muna White in the lead. Second position, we have Bowen van der Linden. But more than 16 minutes to go. Plenty of time for at least 2 or 3 waves to be coming their way. All right, so Muna and Bo both at the top. You can see Bo out there on the new Mode Pro by North Wingfoiling. That's the new wing that has the N-weave. The top pro model there from North, and Bo, one of their main riders, pushing the limits of this wingfoiling sport. And then we have Muna out there on the Strike V3 from F1. Coming up on 15 minutes. All right, here we have Bo dropping in. She's out on a 4.2 if I'm not mistaken. Most of the athletes 4.5s, 4.2s around that. And here this is looking like a nice wave. That face opening up really nicely there for Bo. All right, it's on. Here we go. Better set way here for the Dutch athlete. All the way back. A nice roundhouse. Let's see if she can get around that white water section as it is closed out in front of her. Can she? Muna dropping in behind her. Bo going to use the wing to try and get past and see if she can get back onto the wave. Yes, she can. All right, here we are. So Bo and Van der Linden holding in. And now she's going to be getting on the hollower part of the wave. This is looking like a nice one for both of them. Bo's wave a little bit bigger. And now being able to get some more turns on it. Nice roundhouse all the way to the ends. Here we go. Dakhla starting to shine. Muna White in the back as well. Bo get in the air. She does. She lands it. This could be making the difference. All the way down to the bottom section here of this wave. Great riding there from Bo. And here we have Muna White as well. Out in front, the new world champion. She's here on this bottom section. This is where it gets a little bit more vertical, and we've been seeing some finishes from some of the athlete, but Muna decided to go off the back. So that's going to be good scores for both of them. All right, and I can see that we have one of our crew members, Liam Dredge, on the stream. Good morning, mate. Hope you're good. We are definitely breaking a few eggs to make some omelets, and it ain't hot enough yet to get out of this kitchen, as we are just about to finish it off here for the GWA Wingfoil World Cup in Dakhla. I hope you are ready for Brazil, mate. We are going to be having a very long event, as we have some of the finals for... We're going to happen over there in Brazil, as we're going to be going to the province of Ceará, in between Cumbuco, Taiba, to enjoy the beautiful, warm Brazilian waters. Looking forward to that in November. But before we do, we are going to be going to Tarifa, my hometown, for the GWA Wingfoil World Tour event in the surf freestyle format. And then ending off the year back in Qatar, where we'll be crowning our world champions. World champion in the water at the moment, Muna White. And here we are, just gone past halfway through the seat, and it is looking quite light out there. Muna, if I'm not mistaken, is either on a 4 or 4.5. I know Bo's on a 4.2. We got scores. Bo has a 573 and a 597. Muna a 7.5 and a 7.2. So in the lead is the Hawaiian out there on your screen, the F1 rider. But anything can change, as we know, any heat. We've seen buzzer beaters here, left, right, and center throughout the days. As we saw Wesley on the last minute, last wave of his heat taking the World Championship. And it all comes down to the wire here in Dakhla for the GWA Wingfoiling World Cup, powered by Armstrong Foils. All right, so we've got a 3-point difference in between these two at the moment. Just coming up on 10 minutes left. Well, you can see in the red light glow, Bowen van der Linden coming out of the Netherlands. In the blue, that is Muna White, your world champion. She sealed that deal up in the semi-finals. And they're both battling it out to see who is going to be the event winner. So far, Muna has the upper hand. But there's a little less than 10 minutes to go. There's more than enough time for both of these athletes to get a couple more waves and battling it out until the final seconds. All right, so both of them at the top waiting for those sets to come through. And seeing if they would be able to get some more waves. There's plenty of time. Sets are about 6 to 7 minutes in between. That's why we have the longer heat times at the moment, just on 8 minutes to go. And we are going to be waiting to see who is going to be our event winner. Will it be Bowen van der Linden in the red, the North Rider, or will it be Muna White, the new world champion and F1 athlete? We will soon find out. So far it is Muna in the lead. But as we know, anything can happen down here at the GWA. They are circling out there like sharks to see if they can find the waves, as it is definitely taking their time. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? I'm having a look at the scores here. So Muna has had a 7.5 and a 7.20. Bo a 5.73 and a 5.97. In the last heat that Bo was out on the water, which was the semi-final, Bo had two scores of 7.47 and a 7.30. So she is more than capable of getting those top scores. Just needs to find those little gems to be able to do so. Wave selection is definitely key out there. We've seen Bo pretty much all the way through the competition. And let's not forget, in round number 1, Bo took out Muna, winning with a 14.23 over the 12.0 from Muna. So she's done it once, she can do it again, and we will have to see as time is ticking away with how the time is taking in between these sets. It is going to be tough, as she needs to really improve. She needs to get about a 3-point difference, and she here would need to increase either by 3 on one wave, which is possible, or on about 1.5 on each. So time is ticking away, just coming up on 5 minutes. This is the grand final of the GWA Wingfoil World Cup in Dakhla, powered by Armstrong Foils. Muna White on your screen, your new world champion and current heat leader. All right, so just coming up on 4 minutes to go. At the moment, it is Muna White in the lead. Can she double it up? Can she get the event win and the World Championship win? As they are looking for a set to be coming their way. Bo would need to put an absolute blazer out there if she wants to have a chance. Here we have Bowen van der Linden dropping in. We've seen her get the scores before. Can she do it now? She beat Muna in round 1. Can she take her out in the final round and take the event win? Eyes on the water. Bowen van der Linden here on her next wave. Right, this one is looking nice. It's opening up past the bay. Let's see if she can get past this little sand section here. Cut back, getting back to the foam board to keep herself going along. This is where the wave starts to jack up a little bit more as she's close to that inside. And it's where they start to really get some of the turns. Pumping hard to see if she can make it past it. It does look like she does. All right, Bo starting to get loose. Starting to go. And just getting cut out here at the end. Bowen van der Linden. All right, so 2.5 minutes to go. Just over. Muna White, your number 1 out there. We can see she's had a 7.0, a 7.50 and a 7.20. She is your new world champion and looking to take the event win. At the moment, we don't have too many sets here with us. And let's see if those waves are going to come. This is why Dakhla is one of the top wingfoiling locations of the world. And we have the best wingfoilers here, banning it out. 2 at the top, we have Bowen van der Linden and Muna White in the seats. And is there going to be enough? Will we see another set coming our way? We will soon find out. As ladies and gentlemen, coming to the final 2 minutes. And it does look like I can see some lines out the back. And hopefully we'll be seeing a battle until the end. Muna 14.70, Bowen van der Linden 11.90. Who is going to be the new queen of Dakhla? All right, so we are now coming around mid-tide. Let's not forget that low tide is going to be at 4:30. So in the afternoon is when we're going to be seeing and having that push and be able to see some of those waves coming up. It does look like both of the athletes are in position. They are waiting to see to get another set wave. Less than 90 seconds to go. And I'm going to say it doesn't look like much is out there. Bo needs a very big score to be able to get it. She needs to have those top numbers as we are here for the final 60 seconds just coming up. The final minute, ladies and gentlemen. And here we have Muna White's going to be dropping in on a wave. Is this going to be a victory lap? Is this going to be the final one? All right, starting off, going down the line. Nice set wave. Going all the way back, roundhouse to the power section. Using that bump. And now this is when she pushes forwards. Muna all the way along. Going across. And getting past the foam ball. It is opening across the bay. There we can see Bo at the back. Your top 2 here in this event. Synchronized surfing. We have the battle on our hands. Muna deciding against it. And now waiting to see if Bo is going to be able to get the goods and take out the win. It is going to be very hard for her. Very, very hard for her to get those top scores. As she is just making her way past that section. She's going to be riding this one all the way to the inside. As this is going to be the final wave for both of these athletes. And that is going to be it for the grand final. So while we're waiting for those results to come in, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the highlights of that last heat. All right, and welcome back, everybody, as we are getting ready to go. As we are waiting for those results to be coming our way. There we can see Bo just coming in. And it's official. Your winner, the event winner and the world champion, hailing out of Hawaii, is going to be Muna White. Muna White, you're number one. And out there on top of the world, there she is. The flag in the sky and the smile says it all. La numero uno. As she is now both the event winner and also the world champion. Double or nothing here for the Hawaiian. Incredible what this young lady has done. And proving why she is the number one in the world. And there it is, the smile is saying it all. The double whammy, congratulations, Muna White here, the queen of Dakhla.
Let's go. Good job. Well done, well done. Muna White. Where you won with the flag? Grand world champion yesterday.
All right, so we're just waiting as we are going to be going down to the beach, and we will be getting an interview with our new event winner and world champion. But incredible work what she has done, getting both the event win and the world championship. Muna White, the F1 athlete coming out of Hawaii. And I say it again, the smile says it all.
For a live interview as well. One closer.
¿Me ves? Estoy dentro.
Live interview.
Espera, ¿estamos para live?
There we can see Oran Celis also congratulating her. Kessiani Rodriguez from Brazil. All the girls congratulating Muna White, your event winner and new world champion. All right, well, I can see they're ready. We're going to go down to the beach with Tom Hartman, who has Muna White. Congratulations, your world champion and event winner here in Dakhla.
All right, here we are. Down at the beach again, where we finished yesterday. Muna has been taking the world championship yesterday night already in the semi-final. And as good as it ended yesterday, it started this morning. The final heat of the ladies, you've been dominating from the beginning. Solid score, 7 point something with a 14.7 total. Were the conditions harder today compared to yesterday?
No, the conditions are really good. It's super fun. We've had good waves both days, so it's been pretty awesome. Like perfect long rights. Yeah, it's exactly what I like. So it's been good.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. We had 3 events, 2 of them on the right-hand wave, Ponta Preta and here. Is it these kind of conditions you prefer?
Yeah, definitely this side offshore right-handers is what I'm used to. Definitely not used to going left like in Rio. So yeah, I'm glad it was a right here.
Well, we'll see what we're going to have next year on tour, but definitely, I mean, you've been having a solid performance, 2 events, win out of 3. First ever Wingfoil Wave world champion in your first year. You've been on tour on the Wingfoil Tour. I mean,
Well, absolutely awesome to see there. Muna White, the event winner and the new world champion here, GWA Wingfoiling World Tour, here in the World Cup in Dakhla, powered by Armstrong Foils. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning into the live, as we have had 4 days of complete action. Cash Bezzola and Muna White, your event winners, and then with the new world champions, we have Wesley Brito and again Muna White. Non-stop action, and we will be going next. We were going to Tarifa for the surf freestyle discipline over there in October, over in my hometown, to see the guys and the girls spin, grab, style it out and tweak it all around. Once again, thank you very much to all of our partners and to everybody that has made this event possible. What a way to start off the doubleheader event. As I said, around 12:30 local time, we are going to be moving over to the GK Kitesurf World Cup, so make sure to go over to the Qatar Airways GK Kite World Tour channel, as we will be streaming live. The kite surfers are going to be coming out on the water. I'm Joe Shiastra, and thank you very much. We will see you soon.
MDJS, faire gagner le sport.